Hello, hi, welcome to day one of the challenge. We are here, we are ready to go. Parents, let's see, going down just a little bit there. Parents, if I'm talking to you, that's awesome. You can, I will have a replay of this. It's going to be on the website that I actually included in the description. So if you want to, if like your kid wants to listen to this after school or something like that before they go into dance, that's what I recommend. And you can just go to the website, open the video, and get in and out. Okay, so today is the day one of our Facials 5-day challenge. This is like a process that I have been working on for a long time, but in case you don't know who I am, I'm a professional dancer and I've been dancing since I was little in the womb. But now I own a children's theater program, so I do a lot of work with acting. And so with the acting and then I didn't mention dance competition. So I judge dance competitions and I direct one of them. So I'm just very invested in the dance competition world and the theater competition world. So I keep seeing a lot of the same patterns, which is why I decided to come up with this challenge and then the boot camp, because it's all about storytelling. It's all about storytelling, and it is really easy to overlook that. Yeah, it's very easy to overlook that, and it's also a maturity thing. So as we're growing, as we're working on our dancing, we think about the steps, right? Even now, when your kid goes on stage and they come off, what is the first thing they say? Oh, I messed up my aerial. I messed up my Olisacone turns, my floats. That's what almost everybody says. And those are the ones when I'm like, no. We've got to think bigger than that. Because when the judges are watching you, they're not thinking, like it doesn't end and the judges go, oh, that was really good, but they missed that aerial. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. When your child is being judged, it's the full picture. It's the whole picture. And it's in gymnastics how they get scored on each individual category. So there's like a score for just the beam and then just the floor. I was at a gymnastics competition last week, so that's why it's on my mind. But in dance, it's not that. We don't do, okay, go on stage and just show me your ballet exercise and then go on stage and show me your acting exercise. It all gets put into one. And so when our kids go on stage and they don't use their facial expressions or it's an afterthought, then that is already going to chip away at their score a lot, yeah? If they're not using their facial expressions at all, sorry, I got fixing the straightening here. If they're not using their facials at all, you got to think of it like a homework assignment. So if we have musicality, choreography, technique, and stage presence, let's just say they're all equal, and they don't use any stage presence, that puts us at a 75% before we've even begun. Okay, so that's why it's so important and why I keep saying if we learn how to use our stage presence, if we learn how to act, how to tell a story, how to connect with our audience, then we will be, your child will be able to start to score higher. That's the only thing you can do right now, right? Because they go to class every day. Technically, they are working through, that's muscle memory and time. They need to put in the hours and the work. But between now and competition next weekend, or even competition today, let's say they're competing today. I know a lot of you on here are. So between now and then, this we can make a change with. It's all confidence. Yeah. So there are lessons and there are specific things we can do to actually make a change here, to make it more correct, to start to score higher for that stage presence. Make sense? Okay. I'm kind of like throwing a lot at you here to start, just so that parents, I can give you an overview of why we're even talking about this. Why I'm like, fix your facial expressions. Okay, have you ever heard that? Like if you're taking a picture of your kid and they're like, oh, I don't want to take this picture. And you say, fix your face. It's the same thing. Fix your face. So it's time to fix the face. And today, what I want you to think about, so now I'm talking to a student, what I want you to think about is, what is your default face? Like, what is your regular face when you are focused and working in class? What is our thinking face, our default face, our habit face, however you want to call it? What is that for you? Some people are have like a very serious, solemn look. Yeah, I'm not saying anything is wrong right now. All we're doing is bringing awareness to what we do here. Okay, so what's your child's face? What's yours? Yeah, this is useful for everything we do in life. But so are we naturally here? Sometimes when we're focused, we kind of give off bad body language, and we might be like, and then if a teacher calls you out, then you're like, oh, but I was just thinking. Sure, but we got to fix that body language. Okay, so, or are you a smiley person? When someone looks at you, do you naturally smile? Yeah. Again, I'm not saying one is right, wrong, or the other, because in the end, it's going to have to deal with the song you're listening to, and not every song we can just smile to. I was judging yesterday this theater competition, and if you're familiar with Beetlejuice the movie, the musical, maybe you're familiar. I love both. But the Lydia character, that person was fantastic singer and everything. But if you're playing Lydia, the natural sweet smile face is confusing and doesn't make sense for our storytelling. Okay, so today, this is a challenge, which means I'm just giving you quick, actionable things to do each day. Okay, it's not meant to take all day, not meant to like go home and practice. It's just to make a quick fix. So today, I want you to be aware of your default face. Okay, what do you look like when you're learning a combination in class? What's your regular face? Like right now, let's say you listen to this and then you're going to go to class later. Check your face in the mirror every once in a while. Where are we at? Because even on stage, the straight face, sometimes we're like, oh, I need to do a straight face for this song. That's not a thing. That's straight face. Very rarely is that actually a thing. Okay. For a solo, almost never. Even if you're like a robot, you would never be a bored robot, okay? Very rarely, okay? And maybe in like an ensemble when we're all trying to be like lost in space. But even then, we're engaged. Our eyes are engaged, our face is engaged. All right, so if you guys have any questions so far, just put them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer at the end. But today, if you are, I know it's Sunday, so you're probably not going to class today. If you are, great, do it in class. But all you need to do is open up one of your videos. I know you have videos of you dancing. You've got lots of videos of you dancing. Open up a video and just hit pause. Watch a little bit, pause it somewhere in the middle, and look at what your face is doing. Or your child. Look at where your child's face is. Now, this is not to get judgy and start to be like, oh, this is embarrassing. Giggle about it. It's gonna be a little embarrassing because we're catching you in the middle of an action. So you might even be like getting into a leap and we're going, okay, so mess around there, find a moment, pause it, look at it. If it's like too crazy going into action, find another one. See what your default is. Start to be aware of that, because in order to fix something, we have to know where we're starting. So what's your default face? How do you learn? And what are you doing with this when you're not thinking about it? When you're thinking in here, but not out here. Okay, so I have a worksheet for you today. The idea is to find awareness and then fix it. Okay, so let me pull up my worksheet. The worksheet you can find on the website. So every single day I have a site built for you, and it's just my name, BrittanyNoltemeyer.com/challenge1. For today, tomorrow it'll be challenge 2, challenge 3, challenge 4, challenge 5, because this is a 5-day challenge. So again, that's BrittanyNoltemeyer.com/challenge1. I've already included it in the description, so you can just copy that and paste it into a web browser. So today's worksheet it looks like this, day 1 worksheet. Okay, again, this is not meant to take you hours and hours. Quick fixes here, quick fixes. I don't want you to overthink it too much either, right? So do it and move on. And then you could do it again. Yeah, maybe get better if we're really, really tentative, because we are trying to overcome that confidence. So step 1 is find a screenshot of yourself mid-dance or pause a video. And what does your face look like? We've already talked about this, but that's all. That's step 1. And then I have it in here for you in case you are like, I don't know. It's kind of, and if you're giggling and you can't complete, your own thought there, that's okay. I included some boxes for you on the right side that says, what is your face? Is it blank or neutral? Focused but not expressive? Smiling but not engaged? Tense or stiff, like when we hold that tension in our face? Or fully expressive and telling a story? So that's great, but we want to keep bringing out that confidence. So just mark right there on your worksheet which one you see in your moment for you. And then I want you to write a couple words to describe a little bit more, just a little bit more in detail. So how would you describe your expression? All right. Then step 2 is fix it. It says freeze and fix. Okay, so if you're looking and you're like, wow, I look really bored almost, then think about it. If you were in class, if I'm your teacher and you're in class with me and I'm teaching you and we're like, it's the best class of your life, but on the outside you look bored, but inside you're like, yes, living for every moment. It's okay to start to show that on your face a little bit. It's okay to be human, not the other way. You don't want to show like, oh, I don't like this combination, obviously. but do start bringing what you're feeling inside to the surface a little bit more. It helps your teacher. Yeah, it helps your teacher know where you're at. Like when they ask you a question, you're like, does that make sense? And the whole room is just like, they're like, I honestly don't know if you guys are following me or not, right? So know that it's okay to start to bring that to the surface. And the more you do, the more you bring out your genuine personality, the better you're going to get at all of this, the more confident you're going to feel. And your performances will just come out to be so much more genuine. Yeah. It's okay to be a human being. Be a human being. Yes. So that's all you have to do. Step 1, pause a video. Step 2, fix it. So I wrote here, freeze and notice the expression, make adjustments, and then if it feels forced, relax it. If you look really tense or if you're feeling tense, then we just need to start teaching ourselves to relax, because that's why you're here in this challenge. This is talking about how you can teach yourself, how you can grow outside of the studio. Because I know that you come home and you start stretching and you start working on stuff, but sometimes we're doing that and we don't really know what we're supposed to be doing. We're just doing it because we're told to go home and practice. Yeah, but this is something you actually can do. Okay. Now, I'm giving you a couple different options. I wrote it down here in the bottom, and this is because I'm doing this in the heart of competition season. I'm doing this for you for that reason, so that you can change between now and next weekend, so that you can actually start to see a change. So first thing is, if you're going to class today, awesome. Apply this in class. If you're going on stage, well, apply it backstage when you're practicing, rehearsing, yeah? And then, yes, use more expression on the stage, because now you know it is 25% of your score at least, okay? Option 2, open a video that you already have, check out your facial expressions. If you feel like you're ready to make a change ASAP, go take another video. It doesn't have to be a whole routine. Take a little video and so that's your third option. You can use a video you already have, take a new video, or apply it in class or at competition. Alrighty? On the back, I just have a note for you that says, it's it's not meant to be judgy. This is silly, it's goofy, it's uncomfortable, and that's okay. And so we're talking about what's your focusing face in class, in dance class, in school, and then what's your face when you really want something from your parents? What's that look like? These are all things we can use for our dance routines. You are spending so much time, money, like your whole life is based around this solo, around your dance team, right? So you might as well start to apply some of these other areas, okay? And you can't afford to let your face be an afterthought anymore. You can't. Okay. So that's today's lesson. Get to it. And I'm just going to remind you to do step 1, step 2, and then share with us in the group today. Yeah, or comment, or let me know how it's going for you. I hope it's a quick, easy fix for you. And tomorrow I will see you back here, same time, same place, for day 2 of the Facials 5-day challenge. I'll catch you tomorrow, and have a wonderful day. Happy dancing.